Congratulations, you have made it to Compassion Fatigue Training Program for Advanced Practice Providers, Module 1, Positive Thinking and Gratitude Training. This module will last for a total of 30 days. Make sure if you have not done so, complete the survey, the pre-survey, before we start this module. Again, I'm Jessica Parsons, and I will lead you through this training module. Positive thinking and gratitude. So there's many benefits, and some of those I'm going to list for you now. It helps with life satisfaction and happiness. It helps improve positive affect, improve job satisfaction, even physical things like improved blood pressure, helps reduce anxiety, depression. It helps increase the lifespan, and that's suspected to do because of reduced stress and improve glycemic control and inflammatory markers. So, a lot of things that positive thinking and gratitude training can do. I want you to make sure you're trying to journal daily. Make sure you're trying to write down your feelings. It will help you track your progress through these modules. It can be very simple, it can be very short. Just try to be consistent. There will be at least 4 activities for each week. Make sure that you're doing a minimum of 3. I would recommend keeping a calendar or something that you can write down how many exercises that you're doing in the week. If you can do all 4, that is awesome. I would recommend doing that because there are some really fun and creative exercises each week. So we're going to start on week 1. It's going to be very exciting. We have 4 exercises. Exercise 1 is on visualizing your best self. Exercise 2 is writing about 3 lifetime events that were positive. Exercise 3 is writing a thank you letter. And exercise 4 is wearing a smile. I'm so excited for y'all to start this week. We're going to start with exercise 1, visualizing your best possible self. So we're going to really put positive thinking into practice. So what I want you to do, I want you to close your eyes, take a moment, and visualize what you would view as your best self. Now, you can view yourself in numerous lenses, so everyone's best self is going to look very different. You can look at yourself through an occupational lens, or a professional lens, or even a personal lens. And you might want to view yourself through all 3 of those lenses and create goals to achieve those. Um, but I want you to visualize what your best self looks like. And then write down goals that could help you achieve what you perceive as your best self. This helps improve your mood, it increases optimism, and it helps boost your self confidence. Make sure to really take time, be creative with this process, and write down your goals. We're moving to exercise 2, thinking about 3 lifetime events that were positive. Reflect on things that cause you joy, happiness, and excitement. Now, these events can be decades ago, years ago, hours ago, minutes ago. It could happen today, it could happen yesterday. I just want you to think of 3 things that were positive. Write them down. Why was it positive? Did it bring you happiness? Did it bring you joy? The TGT, 3 good things. This helps improve hope and optimism. It increases happiness and trust. And you can practice this in many ways. This can be a daily thing that you do, or a weekly, or even monthly. Good things happen to me every day. Love that. And let's break this down too. It doesn't have to be large events that happen to you. It can be I was able to have a break and get my coffee that I always love. I had time to drink my coffee today, or my car was full of gas when I was going to work. My car was warm. I had a car to drive. I was able to sleep last night. I had time to talk to a friend today. I was able to eat my lunch without interruptions. Those are, even though maybe smaller things in our day, those are some positive things, and those are things that you can write about. Exercise 3, write a thank you letter. Write a letter about things you're thankful for. Now, this letter you can be very authentic by writing with pen and paper, and you can write to a friend, a family member. You could even write to yourself. But I don't want you to send this letter. We're just going to call this like the draft. I want you to list things that you're grateful for that person, but primarily the things that you're really thankful for. And if you can't think of a person that you would like to send it to, you can even write this letter to a pet. I know that sounds silly, but it is still a part of this exercise that you can express your gratitude towards something or someone in your life. Writing a thank you letter really increases your positive emotions. It helps you live in the moment, helps you improve your health, and helps you deal with adversity. And not only does it do all of those things, but it also helps build strong relationships. Exercise 4. Now, this one's going to be fun. I want you to wear a smile. Now, if there is nothing in your day in which you can smile about, I want you to relax. Try to think of something that is funny, even fake a smile if you can. Find something funny. But I want you to do something that makes you happy. Be around someone that makes you laugh. Try to make someone else smile. Watch or read something that will make you laugh or smile. There may be a go to video that you like to watch or listen to, but I really want you to try to keep a smile on today. Do you know that your facial muscles trick your brain to perceive stimuli as happy? So even if you're faking it, your body can react in a way that stimulates happiness. It aids in stress reduction, and it also helps with those feel good hormones, serotonin and dopamine. And of course, it increases happiness. So smile today and make someone else smile. I want you to continue to strive to journal and reflect. Try to do this daily, or every other day. But the biggest thing is to keep a journal so that you can track your progress through these modules. It also helps you reflect, express your gratitude. It also helps you be able to get some things off your chest if you've definitely had a rough day. Um, And you can do, like we discussed in the introduction module, you can do free flowing, write about things that come to mind, anything that positive, negative to be able to express yourself. Remember, this is a judgment free zone. You're writing for you and no one else. Think about things like, have any of the skills or tasks completed this week been helpful? Can you see yourself using them in the future? It'd be important to note that in your journaling. And then maybe last thing you do in your journal is to write what you're grateful for. But remember, again, practicing journaling, being consistent, and there is not a wrong way to do this. Moving right along. Congratulations, we're on week 2. We got some great exercises and activities this week. We got exercise 1, we're going to perform 3 acts of kindness. Exercise 2, we're changing our self talk. Exercise 3, we're checking in on our thinking. And then exercise 4, we're taking in a different perspective. Remember, if you're not following along here, you can also use the podcast on Spotify to follow along with these exercises. This one's going to be fun. Get creative. Have a good time with this. And this is something I want you to try to strive for daily if you can. So, performing 3 acts of kindness. So, 3 acts of kindness. It can be grand, it can be small, it can be little, it can be whatever you would like it to be. And you can have as much fun with this as you can. So, some examples. I was just giving you some brief, small examples. Like you could hold the door for someone, you could pick up something that someone dropped, you could take extra time to listen to someone, you can find an opportunity to be helpful, you can buy someone a treat or a snack. You can do anything in which that would create happiness and kindness for others. So, this helps release those feel good hormones, those neurotransmitters, serotonin and dopamine. It helps reduce anxiety and stress. And it also improves empathy, compassion, satisfaction, and happiness. So, seek out today 3 acts of kindness. And imagine if everyone did 3 acts of kindness a day, how different the world would be. All right, this is going to be a tough one. So, and this might be something that you have to write yourself a note for because it's going to seem like habit that you talk to yourself in a certain way. So, I want you to focus on changing the way you speak, especially if you find yourself becoming negative with your internal dialogue. So, and a lot of times, the things that we think about internally, we are actually externally verbalizing. So, here's a few examples. I don't have time for this. Change this to look like, I will look at my schedule and see if I can shift my priorities. Nobody keeps me updated. I'm sorry for the dramatic tone. I'm going to ensure that I have open communication access. Or I can't do this. Maybe it will be to, I will try it again. Try to find ways to change that negativity to a positive twist. So we're going to change our positive self-talk. We're going to change it to positive self-talk. It helps increase vitality and greater life satisfaction. It actually improves immune function, reduces pain, reduces risk of death, and reduces stress and distress. I love this quote. Be careful how you are talking to yourself because you're listening. I think that's pretty powerful. So today, check in on your self-talk. You find it to be negative, try to see if you can put a positive twist on it. You've got this. Moving on to exercise 3. So, we're talking about self talk. We're going to try to transition our thinking. Think about your workplace and think about home, relationships. Think about the way our tone and the way we speak to ourselves. We're going to try to change the way we internally speak to ourselves and the way we externally speak to others. We want to cultivate positive thoughts and positive verbiage. We want to empower the sense of self. If you find this negativity is creeping in, we want to try to put a positive twist on things. The same way with the less exercise, that when we're expressing, like, I don't have time for this, to maybe saying, I'm going to look at my schedule and see if I can shift my priorities. Um, and sometimes your thinking might be, we'll take it out of professional realm. Or in that I don't like the way I look. You can change that to a positive way of every day I'm going to try hard to be my best self. Um, there's different ways that we can cultivate a positive and cultivating sense of ourselves. So this helps increase life satisfaction. It helps with vitality and self-respect. It helps reduce pain. It helps reduce risk of death. Reduces stress and distress. And this is a pretty powerful image here of, if this was, you were a fly on the wall, let's say, in someone's head, and you're listening, that I am boring, I'm insignificant, I'm unimportant, I'm unwanted. Those things, if they eat at us internally, so we need to try to change the way. You are very important, especially as advanced practice providers. It's often made that we feel are made to feel unimportant, that we're not as valued as other providers, and you are very, very important. And you are what makes our healthcare system continue to run, and you play such a valuable role in our patients' care and their life. But it is very easy to slip into this negative self dialogue. All right, we've moved into exercise 4. We're taking a different perspective. We're going to focus on something or someone in our life. So take some time to do this activity. We're going to think about something or someone. We're going to write down what life would be like without them. Now, this can be a person like your mom, your dad, a friend, a coworker, your spouse. It can be any of those things, or it could be your fur baby, your animal that you absolutely love, or something in your life that plays an important role. But I want you to write whatever it is that's important to you at the top of your page, and then think about what life would be like without them. What would that feel like? What How would that affect your day-to-day life? What does that mean for you? What is this person, place, thing? What does what makes you grateful for it? So this perspective, changing and thinking and focusing on perspective, it helps improve gratitude and compassion. It helps increase happiness, and it also helps improve goal setting. I want you to continue to strive to journal, reflect, express your gratitude, help you express things that you've done for self care, and even you write down your mood. And when you reflect back on your journal, if you're documenting your mood, Um, you can kind of see the way your thoughts are with your journaling and how that might be different from day to day. You can write about skills or tasks that you completed this week that were helpful. And in those tasks that you deem that something that you find helpful, it could be something that you carry on to use daily. Um, and always try to end your journaling, if you can, with what you're grateful for. We have a lot of things that can be grateful, whether it be big or very small. We're moving right along. We're over halfway through this month. We're on week 3. We have 4 exercises, some of which you might have seen before in our prior weeks. We're going to perform 3 acts of kindness. We're going to write a thank you letter, and this is what I said in the first time about the thank you letter. That was the draft. Now we're going to get to more of the final product. Exercise 3 is to try to find opportunities to laugh. This one's going to be fun. And then we're going to list 3 things. So let's start out strong with our 3 acts of kindness. Today, I want this to be a large focus for you. I want you to find ways to be helpful, whether it be buying someone treat, even do something to yourself. You can count, if you're doing some self love, some self care, that as an act of kindness. This can be listening, holding a door, picking up something, um, doing anything out of your way to make sure that you are doing an act of kindness. If you can get more than 3, you keep going. I'm proud of you. And this helps, release those feel good hormones such as serotonin and dopamine, helps reduce stress and anxiety, improves empathy and compassion, and creates a chain reaction of positivity. Unexpected kindness is the most powerful, least costly, and most underrated agent of human change. Imagine the world where everyone is striving to do 3 acts of kindness. How different our environment and world would be. All right, you remember that thank you letter? We're going to write that thank you letter. Remember, you can be authentic, write it with a pencil, paper, or you can type this, text it, email it. It can be as short or as long as you'd like. Remember, we're writing about things you're thankful for, why you care for this person or individual. You can write to a family, a friend, a neighbor. But this time, instead of keeping it as a draft, I want to make sure that you send this. Now, if you're a person that would rather verbally go and tell someone how thankful you are for them, please do it. I would like you to do that too. So you don't necessarily, if you would be feel more confident in telling someone verbally, that would be perfectly fine. This helps aid in feeling positive emotion, helps relish in good experiences. It improves health, and it helps deal with adversity when it occurs. And it also helps build strong relationships. Now, I know we all like to be told thank you, and we're in a career and a profession where sometimes thank yous are very far and few between. Um, it gives you a very good feeling when someone thanks you. So imagine that same feeling of when you're telling someone how thankful you are. Um, it helps also let people know that when you're thankful for them, they want to keep on. They want to strive to do better every day, be present every day. So it helps build those strong relationships that are lasting. All right, we're going to find some opportunities to laugh. This is similar to the one about finding opportunities to smile, but this time we're laughing. So we're going to take some time to relax. We're going to do things that bring you joy. We're going to watch a funny clip, a show, our favorite movie. We're going to look at funny pictures. We're going to read some jokes. I know there's some people out there that's probably got some dad jokes that are funny. You can even Google some jokes to see if you can find opportunities to laugh. Or just spend some time with someone that you know is funny and that brings smile to your face. Remember, your facial muscles trick your brain when you're smiling and your body's perceiving that as happy and you're getting that release of those feel good hormones. And also, we know laughing increases your oxygen and helps soothe tension. So find an opportunity today. Laugh, make someone else laugh. Exercise 4. List 3 good things. Now, make a list of 3 things. Now, you can go over 3 things, but 3 is the minimum that make your life better. You can list 3 things or people you love. And it could be 3 things like, I have a home, I have a car, I have food in my pantry. Those are three amazing things. Um, I have a job, I have patients to care for, I have finished school. um, it could be I love my dog. I'm thankful for my dog. I'm thankful for my husband. I think I'm thankful for my kids. These three things are very personalized. It can be things, any things that you can think of, and each person's are going to be different. This helps improve hope and optimism, increases happiness and trust. So let's think positive and think of those positive things. Remember to keep journaling. Consistency is key. Take time. You can do free flowing writing, things that come to mind, things that had negatively impact you throughout the day, or even positively impact you. Those are all great things to write about. Write about skills or tasks you learned this week that you found enjoyable, that you like to try to incorporate daily, ones that you can see yourself using in the future, and make sure to note what you're grateful for. We're on the final week of Module 1. You're doing great. I'm proud of your momentum. Let's keep it going. So, we got several great exercises this week. Exercise 1, we're going to find a rock. I'll explain that more in detail. Exercise 2, writing down our feelings. Exercise 3, we're listing three things that made our day better. And those are this activity is similar to what you've done in the past. And then we're going to take a grateful perspective. Okay, this is a very unique exercise. I want you to be creative with this. I want you to go outside. I want you to find a rock. Specifically, find one that you like, whether you like it by its shape, its size, its color, where you found it at. All those things take into consideration. Now, you want this rock not to be a massive rock. You want it to be a smaller rock so that you're able to either put it in your pocket or place it on your desk. So, find your rock. I want every time you touch this rock, I want you to pause and think of something you're grateful for. Now, it might be that you don't want to carry a rock in your pocket, and that's understandable. You can keep it at your desk in which you chart at. And when you take a break, a mental break, touch a rock. Think of things that you're grateful for. Now, it could be just one thing. Be, whew, I'm glad I closed that chart. um, or, whew, I was able to eat lunch. I'm grateful for my family, my kids, my uh, car, my power I have in my house. It can be little things, it can be big things. Just think about things that you're grateful for throughout your day. This rock exercise with the reflection with gratitude, it helps improve emotional intelligence, improves self awareness, and increase your happiness and increases gratitude. Now you might find a rock and you paint it, you color it, you name it. But in this, remember, every time you touch it, think of something that you're grateful for. Exercise 2, writing down our feelings. I know you probably feel like you're already writing your feelings down with journaling, but I want you to really prioritize your feelings and thoughts. Think about today. There might have been something that happened today where you're extremely frustrated, angry, mad. Maybe maybe you didn't get to eat lunch today and that made you extremely frustrated. Or a patient that you spent a long time educating, providing all the training for them to be successful. You have spent so much time making sure they're aware of the treatment plan. They come in today and they have completely forgot everything you taught them and are not taking the medicine. That might have made you really frustrated. That's something to write about. Or say you got a flat tire on the way to work. That's something that definitely make you angry and mad. Um, Write your feelings down, prioritize them. You can even create a list of all the feelings you experienced today and prioritize what was the feeling you felt the most strongest today. Um, write them down. They're important. Your feelings are very important. Your feelings are very valid. We spend our day listening to patients and prioritizing their emotions and their feelings. It's time for you to prioritize yours because you are very important. This helps ease stress and trauma. It improves our self awareness. It helps reduce stress and anxiety, and it increases relaxation. Prioritize your feelings today. And this would be something that you should do every day. All right, let's think of those three things that made your day better today. And I want you to focus on today. Now, this might be three people. It might be it can be personal. It can be my husband, my kids, and our dog Teddy. Or it could be the front desk lady. I'm making up a scenario. I hope you use her name because you would know their name. Your nurse and your office manager. It could be you were able to eat breakfast, got a coffee today, and was able to go to the bathroom when you needed to. Those are all great things that happened today. Just think about your day, reflect, and think of things that made your day better. It helps improve hope and optimism and helps increase happiness and trust. Now, this one's another fun, creative one. We're going to take a grateful perspective. Now, I want you to get a jar. Well, don't buy a car for this exercise. I want you to get a jar, a cup, a box, something that would be pretty to look at. I want you to get small pieces of paper. This doesn't have to be fancy, but if you want to get creative, you can do like the picture, get bright color paper, and on a small piece of paper, I want you to write something you're grateful for and place it inside the jar. Now, this might be a running jar, meaning that you do this activity every day. And before you start and open your computer, you write down what you're grateful for, fold it up, and put it in your jar. And how awesome would that be that your jar is completely full or your box is completely full? Try to fill it up. It helps lower your number of sick days, helps lower your negative emotion, reduces stress and anxiety. It breaks that cycle of obsessive thinking. So, say that there was adversity that happened in your day that has really stressed you out. Take a pause away from that, journal, focus, focus on what's going on right now, how you're feeling, or instead of taking that break to journal, do this activity. Stop your obsessive thinking or the cycle that you're in of how or what you could change and write down what you're grateful for. It also helps you relax and regulates emotions. I've encouraged you through this whole module. Please continue to keep journaling. Remember, this is a personal experience. You're writing for you and no one else's eyes. You can create how you want to journal. There's no wrong way. Write down things that worked really well this week, things that you really enjoyed, things that you're grateful for, and even write a note to yourself because you have done really great. You've completed Module 1. Remember, after each module completion, I want you to complete a ProCal survey. This will be sent to you in an email, so be looking out for this, and then Module 2 will be sent to you as well. I want to thank you so much for your participation. I'm so proud of you for completing Module 1. We are going to continue to have great exercises on to Module 2.